Many years ago, a friend of mine and I had a very short conversation, and a too short conversation, where he was asking, and as background, I'm a massive film buff, and so was he. And but he was asking, in all seriousness, how much blasphemy we should tolerate in film, and shouldn't it be zero? And that question kind of rung in my mind for a while, and then for a while it didn't. And it came back to mind this weekend in watching the trailer for X-Men Apocalypse. Now, if you watch my previous videos, you know that I mentioned that the X-Men movie was one of my first real introductions into comic books, at least on a serious level, and that and some friends from college really kind of provided a foundation for me to really get into the genre. All of my first collections were X-Men. I love the X-Men. I have loved all the movies. I will very controversially say right now, I even loved X-Men 3. I love them all. And I love them all even though I'm not the biggest Wolverine fan in the world. And with the exception of First Class, all the movies have been basically the Wolverine show starring Wolverine and some other people. But despite me not being the biggest Wolverine fan in the world, and by the way, my favorite character is Nightcrawler, and he was very underused in the movie series, mainly only appearing in X2. I wish he had been used more. But despite them being really focused on Wolverine, I liked them all. And I have been a very long time X-Men fan. So this weekend I watched a trailer, and I watched it again. And I have real concerns. And they aren't plot concerns, they're not special effects concerns, they're not even acting concerns, although why we cast Jennifer Lawrence still bewilders me. But they're concerns over blasphemy. And if you've seen the trailer, which I hope you have if you're watching this, at some point Apocalypse says that he's been known by many names, including Ra, Krishna, and Yahweh. As a Christian, I believe that Yahweh is the one true God, the creator of the universe, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, before whom there was nothing. So there's a question that needs to be answered. Is this movie saying that Apocalypse was, in his wanderings in ancient times, mistaken because of his power for God? Or are they saying that Apocalypse in his power is kind of the source of the biblical tales and the force behind them? And if it's the latter, that's a level of blasphemy that I can't be a part of. So it very well could be that this is the first X-Men film that I don't watch. I think in general we tolerated too much. And this isn't a call to repeal freedom of speech. It's a call for us to be more picky about the media that we ingest. You know, it becomes very, very clear when someone puts a cross in a bottle of urine and calls it art, that's obvious. But when Hollywood swipes at God over and over and over again, and we don't do anything about it, I think that we have made entertainment way too important. And by we, I mean me. I think it really is time that I take a closer look at what I'm watching, what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing. Not in any kind of formal boycott sense. I happen to think those turn out to be pretty stupid. But just in being more careful with my money. So as far as X-Men Apocalypse goes, we're going to have to wait and see. There was also a line in the preview about how the Bible possibly stole the four horsemen of the apocalypse imagery from Apocalypse himself. I read an article online that bothered somebody. It didn't really bother me as much, knowing that, first of all, there's a lot of theories about the Bible stealing elements from pagan culture, and all of them have been proven wrong. But as far as imagery goes, yes, there is consistent imagery in the ancient world that is used in the Bible. That's illusion, that's not stealing something. I don't have a problem with that line. But we're going to have to wait and see as far as who Apocalypse is. If, reports come back that, they're saying that, he is Yahweh of the Bible and was setting himself up as a god, I'm not going to see the movie. If this is a Star Trek V thing where somebody's claiming to be God and is not, that happens, and that is very appropriate for the Apocalypse character. So I will probably watch the movie at that point. But we have a long way to go. And at the moment, we have more important things to deal with, namely Star Wars.